you see? Can you see her?
Yep. You're live.
How's the lighting? Can you see us? Okay, you need it.
Yeah, it's full.
Zoom in at all,
It's
or-
folded up room. You're good to go.
All right, so you can see us from here. Do I look fat in these pants?
I don't think it's the pants.
You don't think it's the pants? I just look fat in general. So we're live.
We're live right now.
We're live right now.
Live right now.
There's no warning or anything. We just go live.
No. There's no warning. Live now.
Welcome to the Paranormal Podcast, episode 7. Of course, obviously, of 8. It's somewhere in that area, between 7 and 10. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
I'm Big Dave.
Ryan.
I hope you can hear us all right. This is our first time doing a live podcast on YouTube, so feel free to let us know if the sound sucks. We can probably do something about that next time. We'll try to talk loud enough. I think I'm doing that right.
I think we got plenty.
I can't hear you.
I think the volume is really good on
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I'll have Ryan speak up anyway, just in case. Are you a mumbler?
No.
No, you're not. You're not. I know a few mumblers. You know those people?
I can
You remember that
mumble
Seinfeld episode? The mumbler?
Vaguely.
The person who talks, but you can't understand what she's saying.
Vaguely.
Anyway, okay, moving on. We get sidetracked really easy because we have small brains. If we look hot and sweaty, it's because it's really damn hot.
Hard to which tit here.
You may be saying, why is it so hot? Well, hold on a minute. It's hot because we're in Texas, Gainesville, Texas. We are doing a final wrap-up of filming for our next Haunted Nation film. It is at the Hill House Manor. Not to be confused with the Haunted Hill House, that's in Mineral Wells, Texas, and that's a whole different monster. The Hill House Manor is in Gainesville, Texas, and this place was built supposedly, everything's very cryptic about this place,
Yeah.
supposedly sometime in the 1840s, all right? Whereas somewhere in that particular area, it was rumored to be a speakeasy and a brothel. So, with that being said, the owner of the Hill House Manor here in Gainesville, Texas, has said that they've had all different kinds of reports. For instance, reports of whenever psychics come in here, there's a particular room, which we will be investigating later on our live investigation at 10 p.m. tonight, called the murder room. They see psychics come in here, almost all of them to come in here and say they see a dead body in the murder room of a man. So we've actually been here a couple of times. We've vetted the place, so to speak. And that is the reason why we're making a film on this location, because we've caught some really interesting EVPs. Now, some of the other things that she has caught is, this gets kind of weird, okay? But apparently there's a lot of the S word going on in this place.
Sexy time.
Sexy time. Yeah, she's actually got, there's actually been stories on this place about how they catch tons of EVPs, what sounds like two people, you know, doing the thing.
As Saggy Baggins would say.
Saggy Baggins.
And that is
And
why
that-
we are here.
Is why we are here.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah, so Ryan's really excited to be here because of that reason. So
I'm excited to be here because when we first investigated this place, that was the story that we heard.
right, we're expecting some crazy freak stuff going on.
So we thought it was going to be a different kind of investigation, and it might be something, a little humorous, and we might just have some fun. And then turned out the place took a turn more towards a more scary turn than what we were expecting.
No, let's just flat out say it like it is. It was dark as shit.
It was dark. It was
Dark as shit out of the middle of nowhere. Once again, the Haunted Nation crew walks in, and what happens?
there's something with the dynamic of our group that brings out the nasty stuff, and I don't understand what it is, but everywhere we go, we can go to a place where they say there's nothing evil there, like this one, and sure enough, it doesn't go that way for us. So we don't know what the deal is, but yeah, here at this location, it was disembodied voices, which we were not expecting.
No.
Really, really good ones.
Grunts. And with this, okay, you may have heard us talk about, remember
Grunts.
the grunts. You may have heard us talk about on a couple of the episodes that we've done on our podcast about the grunt guy. Well, this is the location where the grunt guy resides,
Yeah.
or at least comes and goes. All right, the one that kept rushing me down the stairs, grunting,
Yeah.
disembodied, freaked me out.
Yeah, only when you least expect it.
Right.
When you leave this main area, the front door to the house is on your right. And you open this door, in that little bit of time that you're in that area, that 3-foot space between this door and that door, there's a stairway that comes down right there. And just when you least expect it, you'll be just wanting to go outside to do whatever, take a break, whatever it is. And you'll get right to the front door and it just rushes you and goes, "Whoa," right in your ear.
Yeah.
And it's enough to puck your butthole and want to run outside as fast as you can, because it's
Yeah.
Sometimes you walk out there and nothing happens, but it knows that to mess around with you when you're not expecting it. It knows when you're not expecting it. So it's
This is also the same location that we've discussed about before, where we got the "Hey Dave."
yeah,
At the end of the night, most of the guys were going outside. They were settling in here after the investigation. And everything good? Oh, okay. We're settling in after the investigation to get some rest. And I walk out this door, I'm saying, okay, hey man, I'm gonna be the one guy who goes up to the one bedroom with a bed in it, by myself upstairs, and just go to sleep. I get all the way to the top of the stairs, just kind of check that little middle closet, you know, everything's good, and then all of a sudden I hear, "Hey Dave."
yeah.
And it was, yeah, I don't know if it's the same guy or not, because he didn't do much else except grunt. I think that was something else, maybe.
The grunter, I think, is the same one that yelled to turn it off when we had
Turn
the
it off?
speakerphone.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's the same. It's a very similar voice. So
This-
it's maybe multiple spirits here that can do disembodied.
So you can imagine our next film is going to be really interesting, because those are just a few of the things that's happened in this house that we are in right now.
Yeah.
The reason why we're back, because like with other locations, it left us with questions. So what we do here at Haunted Nation and the Answers Paranormal team is we come up with ideas for experiments to try and get answers to those things that happened while we were here. So we have several experiments set up for this evening that we are going to do to try to catch some evidence and also get some of those answers, so that our film will have, you know, just kind of a good wrap up.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get lucky. You know, maybe the spirits here are listening to us right now and they want to play along.
I
And
hope so.
yeah, I do too, man. I hope they're willing to just do whatever they want to do whatever it is that they do.
I don't know which one of us is talking about, but the necrometer just said wide.
The necrometer just said why.
Wide, yeah.
So we're also going to be trying some new stuff. We've got the Ryan downloaded the necrometer. These are the same guys that created the necrophonic, have come up with the necrometer. Twin Paranormal
Twin Paranormal uses
has
the
just started
necrometer.
using the necrometer.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see that being used with Twin Paranormal as well. That you've heard our beliefs on apps. You got to be real careful with what you get. You got to do your research before you get one. Otherwise, you just get ripped off and you get a little game for entertainment purposes only. We're not looking for that.
Yeah, I did want to touch on that just a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Just
go ahead.
because we have had, I read a lot of comments on different videos, on some of our videos, some comments on, especially the video that we did on Beardo, when we talked about his stuff.
Beardo.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that were commenting, talking about the apps and stuff like that, and I just wanted to kind of explain that a little bit. That yes, there are some crap apps out there.
Oh, there's more than.
Yeah,
Most of it is. Most
Yeah.
of it's crap.
yeah, and Necrometer just said most likely.
Necrometer just said most likely. It did.
Yeah,
It
but
did. I
Yeah.
don't know if they can see that. Can you
Yeah.
lift it up?
oh, it also said Mousetrap,
Mousetrap.
which is interesting for
Yeah, because
here.
we have rats that.
Oh, I can't see that.
Yeah. Anyway.
But anyway, so I was hugely against apps, and Dave talked me into using the Necrophonics, And
which I was
yeah, we were
a big skeptic about before I began to use it too,
Right.
until I saw it actually work.
right. And we were at Haunted Hill House when I was first introduced to it, and we had it just running over a wireless speaker, and it was saying some random things, kind of
Dress.
here and there.
Jasmine's with us and she's wearing a dress.
Oh, yeah. But what got me was it said, Dave said, which room should we go to, to experience you? And loud and clear in a deep, freaky voice, the necrophonic said, Toby's room. And if you know anything about Hill House, Toby is the main spirit there. So it was very relevant to the location, talking about a spirit that's well known there. So after that, I kind of was like, okay, well, maybe there's something to this. And since then, we've had great success with necrophonic. I mean, spot on responses, answers to questions, saying our names, which you'll see in our film that's also here on YouTube, our last film, where it'll say us by name. So here's my thought process on apps. A spirit needs a voice to be able to talk to us and say something to us if they want to respond. Whether it's an SB11 and they're using, sounds that are coming over a radio signal, or they're using an app which just basically creates noise. And it will, like necrophonic will use something that kind of sounds like a word, but it's just mumbo jumbo. Yeah, it's just phonetics. It's just a tone, a human tone volume thing that's not a word at all.
And you shouldn't get any words.
Right. So it basically gives them something to create a word out of. So with necrophonic, there's not a word base in necrophonic. There's a sound bank. So it's different. It doesn't have a whole thing of words in it. It has sounds, and so they can take the sound. Yeah, they can change that sound into a word. So I really think it doesn't really matter what app it is. We've had get into our phones and record their own voice and just start playing randomly, which you can see in our first film that's on Paraflex.
Bad shit crazy.
Phone was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden it started playing a hiss over and over again on repeat. There's no way to do that.
Still creeps me.
There's no way in these apps that I can log into it in any way and make it say what I want it to say. Luckily, on the video that we did with talking about Beardo, is the Spirit Talker. Even the creator of Spirit Talker put it on there and said, "Yeah, I can't even get it to say what I want it to say, and I made the damn thing." So it's not that these things are able to be manipulated by us in any way, shape, or form. We turn it on, and it basically makes noise, and if the spirit wants to say something, they'll take that noise and turn it into a word, and that's the basics of how it works. So you can not believe in apps, you can believe in them if you want to, until you have that experience yourself, and something happens while you're using one that'll be like, okay, I get it. And if it happens to you, you might be a skeptic, and that's fine. That's exactly what happened to me.
Be a skeptic. Yeah.
Be a skeptic, but the more you use them in investigations, hopefully you'll have that oh shit moment where it's like, okay, I get it. When it says your name, when it says something specific about you or what you're doing or what you're wearing or something like that,
Or something specific to the
something
location.
very specific to the location.
Very specific.
Yeah. Then, it is what it is, but, when that happens to you, then you'll be like, okay, I get it, I'll try it more. I recommend trying them more because you get some great answers. I mean, you get the communication that comes through necrophonic sometimes, just like, holy cow.
But as of right now, the two that we kind of recommend that we tried some others and they were crap. They're just for entertainment purposes only, which is the norm. But this is made from a legitimate paranormal group, Necrophonic, and now the new Necrometer, which we're going to give a shot tonight.
Yeah.
And Spirit Talker also has all three of those are kind of made by legit people, and we've had some pretty good luck. We don't know about the necrometer yet.
Yeah, we're just trying this out.
Just
tonight,
trying it
so-
out, but be skeptical, all right? And don't just go get one for free, because if you want something serious, you're gonna have to pay for it. Necrometer costs money, necrophonic costs money, spirit talker costs money.
Yep.
That's because they aren't for entertainment purposes only, they can actually be used. Moving on.
Yep.
Tonight, coming up at 10 o'clock, we are going to be doing a live investigation with you, probably a couple hours long, something like that. We're going to be doing some stuff that Ryan is completely uncomfortable with, and
Not only
that excites me.
We're doing stuff that nobody has done before on Paranormal Investigation.
We are?
Oh yeah, you are, by the way.
I am?
Nobody has ever done this on a Paranormal Investigation I know of that I've ever seen. But it's an idea that we had using something that you use to play games and things like that. But I won't tell you exactly what it is, but I can tell you that Dave will be walking through the house by himself, and we will be able to see what he sees from our base. And it's going to be creepy as hell
Okay.
for you.
By myself,
By yourself.
again.
Yeah. Yeah, you do the walk, just like Hill House, you do the walkthrough by yourself, kind of go check everything out. And we'll be able to see exactly what you see from down here.
Maybe we'll get lucky and the grunt guy will rush me. We'll see.
Call that lucky then. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and the grunt.
yeah. And then after that, we're gonna have a little, in the murder room where we had our most activity last time we were here. And that's one of the biggest reasons we're back, is to do some more research in that room on what we were encountering that night. We're gonna try to get it to come out and talk to us, and the way we're doing that is a little ghost bait situation. So,
Well, and then that's where you're gonna be in there. And get this, folks, can I tell them this part?
yeah,
This is my favorite part. We're gonna be zip tying Ryan to a chair.
blindfolded, zip tied to a chair, ghost bait, and we have several experiments we'll be doing at the same time during that whole situation. So we're trying the tone generator at 18.89. We're trying the, we're doing black light, we're doing multiple cameras, we're doing thermal camera, we're doing a silhouette experiment over a doorway that we think it came through.
A lot of stuff.
I mean, a lot of stuff all in one situation that will all be live, and also probably playing the necrometer. If we're not too happy with this by the time we get started with that, if we're not real confident about it, then we'll probably just have necrophonic going on just in case. If it wants to communicate, then we'll give it a voice. That way I can hear when it tells me to get out and whatever else it wants to tell me. So it's going to be exciting.
Plus, a little bit later tonight, I don't know if he'll be on the live investigation, but we're also going to be doing another experiment later where Caleb and I are going to be doing a walkthrough of the home together. And the reason for that is because last time we were here on a previous investigation, him and I, for whatever reason, him being an empath and me being just this complete moron to being sensitive, created something really, really wild. And what I mean by that is I counted 12, a combination of 12 different disembodied voices and EVPs within a 40-minute walkthrough.
Yeah.
12.
Y'all also experienced that static cold
The
coming
static
out of the
cold.
murder room.
Yeah. A lot of stuff, a lot of interesting things going on in this home.
This house is underrated.
Yeah, it is underrated.
It's underrated.
A lot of people we didn't hear of it. The only reason why we heard of it is because we heard about it from somebody who went here that we knew from a previous location that we investigated.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens tonight. These things are not foolproof. You don't just walk into a location and the spirits are just on and they want to play. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. So we may catch nothing tonight, or it may just be a batshit crazy night full of all kinds of fun stuff.
We're hoping we're on that up wave
Yes.
of energy tonight. Is the hope.
Yeah, we're going to open up here in just a little while. When the sun gets ready to dip down, we're going to open up do our house address and let the spirits know what we're here to do. Try to let them know that we are sociable and that we would love to hang out with them. Whether they want to be good or bad is totally up to them, and we will go along with whatever happens.
We may even play the bells for a little bit.
That pissed them off.
That worked it up last time.
It pissed off the grunt guy.
When we played the bells and we were outside and we came back inside, it was a whole different house.
Yeah. We'll have to discuss that.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so what do you think? We good?
Yeah.
We explained everything?
We're good. I think we're good. Just make sure you are ready at 10 p.m. is when we're going to start. You're going to want to see this experiment with Dave walking through the house and us being able to see what he sees from base. It's going to be pretty creepy on both ends, his and ours.
I'm curious
So,
too.
yeah.
I'm curious because I don't know what they're talking about really.
Right. Yeah. This is a new experiment, so we don't just walk around with cameras and hope that something comes and jumps at us. We do full blown experiments and we're testing. So
Wait a minute.
everyone can see this.
Is that thing? That's that thing that. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna want to see that.
Yeah.
That might be cool. Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Cool.
creepy as hell.
Let's do this. We still got a bunch of stuff put together. We still got a bunch of things
Yeah,
to
we're
get
still
together.
setting up.
And we've got, I see, a 7:25-ish, something like that,
It'll be 10 p.m.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Central Time. We'll be hitting the live, ready to go. So yeah, be ready.
Those folks in the UK that may be watching tonight, 10 p.m. would be
Yeah,
like-
hopefully Beardo's watching so he can see that everything is live and that.
Yeah, we're trying to get all of our actors ready to go.
There's
in
no-
the background.
Yeah, we got to get all of our masking and everything ready and all that stuff.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what masking is. I still got to figure that out.
I don't
when it comes
know.
to
It's
editing.
funny on one of the comments I said,
Yeah, I
I
know
think
it's putting a video on top of video, but I don't know how it works.
I said I think you give us investigators a little too much credit, thinking that we're smart enough to figure that shit out. Because
Right.
We know how to point a camera and try to get a spirit to talk to us, and
Sometimes we don't even get that right.
the equipment is smart. We just have to know how to turn it on and get something to interfere with it. But yeah, as far as editing and all that stuff, I mean and most investigators don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're just putting something together. So, but yeah, I mean everything tonight is live, and when we actually put the film together, a lot of the stuff from the live, we'll obviously use in the film. But yeah, you'll see it here as it's actually happening. So when you see the film, you'll know that it was actually happening. So it'll all go together. It'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I hope we get this shit scared out of us tonight.
Really? That's how you want to start it?
Hey.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, if I was a ghost and I heard some little bearded dude come walking in the house saying, "Oh, I want to be scared tonight," and you're the one who's going to be zip tied to a chair in the room that we've got the most activity in this place.
I'm
just
only doing this. I'm only strapping myself to a chair for the sake of the evidence, for the sake of
Now go ahead and
the
say it.
experiment.
Say it again a little bit louder. Say, "I hope I get to scare." Go ahead and say it again, really loud.
I hope if you're listening, I want you to scare the living hell out of me tonight when I'm strapped to that chair.
God, you really did it. I was just bullshitting, man.
It's all for the sake of evidence.
You are an idiot.
It's all for the sake of evidence. I already know I'm gonna regret it, but yeah.
I hope you scared the shit out of Ryan. He's gonna be zip tied. Y'all can hear me.
So
Zip tied.
when this is all over, can I be Little Spoon?
What?
When this is all over, can I be Little Spoon?
What does that mean?
You be Big Spoon and I be Little Spoon when I'm scared?
What is spoon? What are you?
Spooning?
Oh.
I'll be
No.
Little Spoon.
No.
Okay.
No big spoon, no any kind of spoon.
Okay. Well, if something real crazy, I'll just sleep in the yard, I guess.
Yeah. You can spoon with the tree outside
That's fine.
if you want to do that.
That's fine. It's not the first time I've slept outside of a location. I pretty much sleep outside of a location.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got to get a few more cameras set up. We've got to start getting some of our experiments
Yeah.
ready to go.
We got a lot to do.
And thank you so much for joining us for our very first live, on location, Paranuts Paranormal Podcast here at the Hill House Manor in Gainesville, Texas. Once again, coming up at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're going to be going live, a live investigation you can join us with. Probably going to be on for a couple hours. So if you don't have your notifications on yet, good. Put them on so you won't forget. Or fall asleep, one or the other.
No, put them on because it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be creepy, and we got awesome experiments set up. So yeah, be ready.
Yep. We're not done.
We're done.
We're
See you
done.
at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. 10 p.m. Is it still on?
Yep.
10 p.m.